evening. How are you? I hope you're fine. Since the last time we actually had a discussion on the JSS books. Now today I have another book that I've not yet shared with you, and I hope grade 7 students are here with me. Can you settle down so that you listen to this? I'm so happy that they introduced to you storybooks, because this is part of what enhances the reading culture. It also helps you to build your vocabulary and have the critical and creative skills. Now today we have this book. You can actually see Strange Happenings, a book written by Jeannie Marima, and it's published by One Planet. So if you've not acquired this copy, please talk to your parent and let them acquire for you. As a teacher in the JSS section, do consider to read this book. It's an interesting one with so many lessons. Now I'll only discuss chapter 1 and 2, and my focus is on the plot sequence, because this is one area that is very important in literature. Now, what is chapter 1 about in Strange Happenings? This chapter is entitled The Missing Signboard. As you can see, it kind of infers or tells us what is going to focus on. So there is a missing signboard. Whose signboard is this? Why is it missing? Where is it missing? And who tells us about this? Yeah, so the story starts when there is a new student, Mavasi, who has just gone to a new school, Pweza Academy. Now, being a very observant boy, he realizes that there is no signboard. And there are a lot of questions about that. You know, a school, whether it's a private school or public, must have a signboard to indicate where actually you are, and even to alert the public about the school. Now, the missing signboard is something that is very conspicuous. If somebody realizes it's not there, then there is fate or there is a problem. So this afternoon, Mavasi gets to the new school, Pweza Academy. As indicated here, is in the coastal region of Kenya. And so at this point, there is a lot of sun that is actually burning up Mavasi. And he realizes that we have a colobus monkey on the perimeter fence. Now, Mavasi already starts imagining whether the signboard has been taken by these monkeys or something like that. But actually, it seems absurd. Now, the admission process goes on, and when he's just awaiting to be taken to the dormitory, he realizes that there is a lady teacher who comes. According to him, he sees that this teacher looks more like a student. The only difference is how she's dressed. So we actually see Mavasi is again very observant and critical from the outlook. I don't know, you have teachers in your school. Do you have such teachers as Mrs. Kanene? Mrs. Kanene is the teacher who comes during the admission. And she was supposed to organize to ensure that Mavasi, the new student, gets to the dorm and later on to the class. But she misses out on this, and so the student stands for a very long time. And when she comes about, she communicates on a phone, telling somebody that the police have been contacted, and they have said it's just the wind that blew the signboard away. Do you believe that is possible, that the signboard can just be broken down and there are no ruins around it? In fact, if it falls, you will just find the signboard there. So Mavasi starts thinking that how can the wind do this? And if it was actually the wind, then I should be seeing some broken planks of woods. I should see some hanging nails. I should see some traces around. But there's nothing, remember? So he just, he ignores the thoughts, because it's just the first day he's here. So he remembers what the mother told him, that he should be careful at school. Remember, he's in crutches. Why is he in crutches? Do you know? He's in crutches because of an accident we'll discuss later in the next chapter. and he's saying that the injuries had cost the family even their lorry, and he had taken time to recover. So you know, so the father, he says the father does not talk, but he thinks that when he was sick in hospital, the father must have been thinking about how they don't have so much money and it has cost them everything. So he was wishing that the son is more careful. I believe most of you, sometimes when you're at school, you don't actually take a lot of care when you're playing. Remember to be always safe, yeah? Play safe. And do not play football targeting to make another person fall, yeah? So he says that while sitting and waiting, he just keeps seeing this Golobus monkey, and he kind of envies him because he's freely moving around. But he shakes this crazy thought because he believes he cannot troop too low and think about a monkey being better than him. Then he also sees the classrooms, he sees the administration block, and he also sees the students. Now, that's what I actually told you, that he was observant. Then we see that the teacher who was supposed to take him to the dorm delays Miss Kanene, and as he's waiting, somebody just comes and escorts him to the dorm. And while they are going, he reads his t-shirt that has a label Hamisi on the left pocket. And while they are going, he is curious and outspoken enough to ask him why the signboard is missing. And the man just tells him there are strange things you cannot understand. There are so many things you need to understand, you see. Yeah, what would you think about this? And who is this Hamisi actually? Why is he having an embroidered shirt that has a name of that sort? Is he actually Hamisi? Now, in chapter 2, we have a label known as deskmate. And again, as I told you, the first one was inferring. This one is also kind of suggestive title, a deskmate. Yeah. So the narrator starts by telling us that actually he was wishing that his leg would heal completely so that he can go back to Meru. Remember, he was previously studying in Meru, but now he's in Diani. But sometimes wishes are not horses, and that's why beggars cannot ride. Now, we realize that he keeps thinking about the missing signboard, but he did not see that that was his job anyway. So, given that, for those of you who know Meru, Meru is quite cold. I've been there, I know. And when you look at Diani again, I've been there, it's hot. So this difference let's talk about the weather, affects the narrator so that he's sweating a lot and he's struggling in class. So this time, as he's raising his hand, in that kind of discomfort, the teacher thinks he's actually raising a hand because he wants to answer. It is a mathematics lesson where Mr. Gogo is teaching Mr. Gogo now. We've talked about the first teacher, and now we are on the second teacher. Now, the teacher, thinks he wants to answer a question. And when the teacher says, Mwabasi, go on and tell us, he just says, no, because he's panicking. Then later on, he's shaking his head and he's breathing with relief when the teacher just continues. Sometimes teachers do that because, of course, we want you to participate in class. Now, he realizes that everybody is just comfortable apart from him. Remember, other people had arrived earlier before he came on transfer. Now, Mr. Gogo takes Mwabasi, receives Mwabasi, and he's here to give him the specific place where he'll sit. And it is actually funny that he is shown to sit near Chao. For those of you who know Chao, Chao is a sister to Mwabasi, and Mwabasi seems to have been avoiding her all along. They had not interacted so much, and so here there is that opportunity now that they are deskmates. Imagine going to a school you've avoided your sister all your life, and now she's the deskmate. What do you do? Now, he tells us that he really felt bad. Now, we have to understand that sometimes when you're brothers and sisters, and especially if you are older than another one of your siblings, you wouldn't want to be in the same class. And this is actually what Mwavasi was facing. Now in Pweza Academy, he believes that they'll be together all the while near Diani Beach, and therefore there's no way he'll again avoid the sister. Now the sister murmurs to him whether they should hide the secret or just reveal it. And obviously, if you are proud as as Mwavasi was, you wouldn't agree that you inform the class. So they agreed to keep it as a secret because Chao is young and Mwavasi is old. And you can imagine most of you keep asking, why are you in the same class with your brother? Why are you in the same class with your sister? So that is it about chapter Unit 1 and 2 or Chapter 1 and 2. So stay cool, read this book. I hope that when I meet you next, you'll have information about strange happenings. Bye-bye for now, and I love you.